Hey thrifters, it's been far too long since I did a video, so going to do a what sold and new stuff video this time. Got some interesting stuff to talk about, so let's jump into it. The first thing I want to touch on is this HP toner. It's the 414A, and I bought it for 40 bucks, went into Goodwill, saw it on the cart. They hadn't even put it on the shelf, and I was like, that's going to be money. I listed it and it sold within a day and a half for 350 bucks. So that put $240 profit into my bank account. And I got some offers on it for 250, 314. And I thought, no, I think this will go, just looking at the comps. And it did. Want to go to this HP ink here. I got this when I bought a HP wide format printer. It came with a big bag of ink. And so I thought, well, I'll just sell off some of it. The printer was 40 bucks. And I decided to sell this one. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have picked it up because I'm only selling it for, it sold for 10 bucks and I profited $4.08. So ordinarily, I wouldn't pick this up because it's not worth enough money to make it worth my time. But it came with the printer. And so I just did it. So 10 bucks there. And then next up, I've got these mugs, these Bass Pro Shop Moose mugs. I think we paid $4 for them. We got them in a lot of mugs, so it's a little bit hard to tell, but somewhere in there. Sold for 25, put $22.38 into the bank account. Now, the next one took probably 3 or 4 weeks to sell. It's a Monster High doll, brand new in box. And I'd seen another YouTuber, I don't remember who it was, just don't recall, that said that Monster High could be worth some money. So when I saw this come up on auction, I jumped on it. I paid $43 for it. It sold for $155, so I profited $80.91. I've got another one around here somewhere, another Monster High doll that still has yet to sell, but it's new in box. And I got a lot of offers on it. I started it out, I think, at 180. But anyway, here we are. The next thing is I picked up an 8600, an HP 8600 printer at a church sale for $10. I've sold so many of these. I've probably sold 30 of these printers, but they're a big pain. So I decided to part this one out. Big pain to ship, I should say. So I decided to part it out. So I sold the screen for $29, $16.79 profit. And then I sold just the print head for $55, which was $45 in profit. I still have the outfeed tray to sell, and I've sold those several times before for $35 to $40. So I'm going to make about the same money. I think actually right on the money, the same money I'd make shipping the entire printer, but I have less likelihood of a return. And if there's a return, it's much cheaper. I'm not like out a ton of money. And then I've got this camera. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I like cameras. A Canon PowerShot A530, paid $13, sold it for $40, profited $18.44. So it wasn't the greatest camera, but you know, I like doing cameras. They're easy to test and they are easy to ship. Then we've got this Waring Pro waffle iron, paid $25, sold it for $70, 28 bucks in profit. It looks like they were selling for more, but I didn't get mine cleaned up maybe as well as I should have before I listed, and I think that's why it went for less, and I just didn't want to spend any more time trying to clean it up, so I just took the 70 and moved on. Then the next one is this Denby Langley bowl. I paid $6 for it, sold it for 35, put 21 bucks in my pocket. I don't normally do bowls and such. I'm trying to get better at it because I just need another niche. And so this is a good start. All right, and then calculators. I've talked about these TI calculators a ton. So here's a TI 84 Plus, paid $7.99 for it, sold it for $31, so put $14.84 in the bank account. Now, these used to go for like 50 bucks. So the price has dropped on them, and I'm hoping now that it's the end of July, that going into August, the price will come up on them because I've got a whole bunch of TI 83, 84 calculators. I think I've got like 20 of them actually. So I'd like to sell them for more than just 30, or the TI 83s for like 20. I'd like to get 25 for them. So we'll see. And then Dungeons and Dragons stuff sells really well. And so I bought several of these books. This is Exemplars of Evil, paid $25, sold it for $65, put $25.46 in the bank account. You know, that's a decent pickup. The books were in really good shape, and so they were easy to sell because they're in good shape. I don't have to do a lot of description, just say, hey, it's like new and good to go. I also picked up this monster manual, and these are for Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. They're on 5E right now, the 5th edition, and the next edition is coming out here any day, I think. But anyway, paid 25 bucks, sold it for 70, put 31 bucks in my pocket. So I've got several more. The older the D&D stuff, the more valuable it appears to be. We got this Callaway driver, Great Big Bertha, paid $9 for it, sold it for $100, profited $70.90. And then back to toner. This is an HP Magenta toner, 305A, paid $7.99, sold it for $40, and put 16 bucks in my pocket. So not all toners the same. It's like the ink. Some is more expensive and some is less, but it's brand new. It's super easy to ship. All I had to do is put a label on the box and send it, just a few pictures. So that's an easy, nice pickup for 16 bucks. And then I got another camera, the Sony CyberShot DSC W530. Pink is always a good color. I paid $15 for it, sold it for $140. I also had to buy a charger, so that cut into my profit a little bit, but I still managed to profit $89. So those are some things that have sold here recently. And then I want to talk about some new stuff that I've got. And this one is a Reebok bat. I've talked a lot about bats. Reebok Melee. And I didn't really think Reebok would be worth that much. So I'm like, Reebok really for a bat? But it looks like it's going for $250 to $300. Now mine, I don't know if you can hear it or not, it's got a rattle. It's got a little bit of debris inside of it, which is not the end of the world, but I think that's going to make it go for a little bit less. But I mean, if I still clear, myself's face, if I still clear 150 bucks, it's a fantastic pickup. And they're super durable. Staying with sporting goods, I picked up this Wilson Steam 99S racket. You can see that. I paid $9.99. I've got it listed for $75. It is free shipping, however, but it's still, I mean, these don't break. They're pretty easy to ship, so it's a good one. Games. Monopoly, Yellowstone. I paid for this one. I picked this up for $7, and I think I will be able to sell it for $40. Again, it's easy because you just take a couple pictures since it's new in box and move on to the next thing. And then I was really excited about this food processor, Cuisinart. And it was in the knickknacks and doll aisle. It was surrounded by home decor. I have no idea why it was there, but it's a commercial food processor, so I paid $30 for it. Looks like it goes for somewhere between $500 and $600. I've got it at $550 at the moment, so we will see. It's been listed for about 4 days. Then I've got this Sony video camera here. I paid $20 for it, and it actually worked when I picked it up in Goodwill. It was charged up and the battery worked, so that was very exciting. I bought a charger for it. It is the Sony DCR SX44. Looks like it'll go from maybe $70 to $80. So it's not going to be huge money, but I have a soft spot for these little cameras. And then this was a walk down memory lane for me. This is a birthday celebration candle. You can see there at the top, starts at 1, goes all the way through to 21. Now this is vintage from like the 70s, so I guess people were expecting you, that's a wedding band, I guess, to be married at 21, which seems crazy, but we had these, my sister and I had these. I've got another one that I bought 2 of them. Pink one for her, because that's the way it was always done, and blue for me. And so I had this as a kid, and so when I saw these, I was like, I gotta pick this up. There were no comps on it, but I paid $5 for both of them. I'm like, this is like a walk down memory lane. I'm buying this. So I've got them listed for $50, and we will see what happens. And then the final thing, I've got this Canon PowerShot here that I paid. How much did I pay right there? Paid $25 for it. And this is the, if I can read it, Canon PowerShot PC1977. I think it'll go for like $75, maybe $80. So it's not huge money, but again, I've got a soft spot for cameras. So I think that was everything that I had to talk about today. So hopefully that's helpful for you when you're out doing your thrifting. Things to look out for. Pay attention to toner. A lot of resellers overlook it, and it's not something that the general public is usually looking at either, and there can be money in it. So until next time, happy thrifting.
If you are an eBay reseller or thinking of becoming one because of debt, you should check out the Financial Acumen Course, as seen on World Business with Kathy Ireland. The Financial Acumen Course is designed to teach you all the things you never learned about money, debt, and investments in school, but should have. It teaches you how to take control of your finances with proven principles and strategies to get out of debt and build your retirement nest egg for a wealthy lifestyle. The course is fully narrated and includes videos and animations along with exercises and assignments that are supported by a downloadable workbook. And I spent an afternoon discussing it with supermodel turned businesswoman Kathy Ireland. You can see that conversation over at yourdebtfreefuture.com. The course is not giving financial advice. It is simply teaching concepts that will supercharge your financial literacy and make you more money savvy. To get started, head over to yourdebtfreefuture.com. Until next time, happy thrifting.